Shalom, all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. B'Shem Rachak. My name is Jacobo from Plaintables Camp. This is the fire shall devour thy bars. This is Nahum 3rd chapter. Now on X, formerly Twitter, Elon Musk and former President Trump had a long conversation, and one of the things that Trump mentioned was Iron Dome for America if he gets elected, or some similar technology. So I put in, because I didn't record, I listened to the whole thing, but I didn't cut it out, so I typed it in. Elon Musk and Trump on X talk about an Iron Dome for America. All right. And the apostles going into that. No, the Iron Dome, if they do create one, it's not going to work. So let's listen in.
It says 3 in verse 1 or 1 in verse 3. I'm not going to go to it. It says, thou also shalt be drunken. And Esau is drunken off of power. They're doing things and they're thinking that they're not going to pay for it. You know, that's why they're expanding that war. You know, you have Netanyahu, which there's several reports where the military brass of Israel, the land of Israel, don't want him in power because they know. See, what military generals do, they study the history of war, and by taking certain actions, cause an opposite reaction. And in this time and age, in the nuclear age, that can cause a third world war. Mutually assured destruction, which is a MAD, M-A-D, mutually assured destruction. So if there's a third world war, that means they say that the whole planet, everybody's going to lose. There's no winners in that war. But there is going to be a third world war, war of Armageddon. Thou shalt be hid. Thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy. And thou shalt be hid is talking about the elite. The elites are hid. They're not telling you what's really going on behind the scenes. They give you these front people, that the whole presidential election system, those are just front people. And Jake doesn't know. That's why Jake's not gonna make it. They thinking that they're gonna get Kamala Harris in there and she's gonna change it. She's just a puppet. Trump is just a puppet too, and they got you Edomites, you Bible Belt Edomites, you Midwest Edomites. Some of you are Jake. You thinking that Trump is doing things on his own? He's a puppet. He's controlled opposition. All thy strongholds, thy military, shall be like fig trees with the first figs. If they be shaken, so you have a fig tree in the Middle East, you have the first ripe figs come out, you shake the tree and the figs will fall. Just like this system will fall. They shall even fall into the mouth of the eater. The eater are the ones that shake the trees. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land, the gates represent your missile system, your missile defense system of thy land, because they've been bragging about this Iron Dome thing.
All right, and I believe he may have said it before, but I typed it in. The Elon Musk and Trump on X talk about an Iron Dome. I think they did it a couple of days ago, if I'm not mistaken, and I just put in Control F Dome. Let's go to the top. 5 takeaways from Trump's X conversation. This is the Gazette, the Denver Gazette. Looks like the Gazette, and put in Dome. It says, I said I have a red button on my desk too. Oh, they call it Kim Jong-un said he had a button on his desk, and Trump said his button was bigger, meaning he had more nuclear firepower. It's bigger button. Trump said Trump's Iron Dome pledge. I relucted to a second, if reelected to a second term, Trump promised to build an Iron Dome system in the U.S. Comparable to Israel's Iron Dome. So that's something that he actually said. All right. So if you're wondering if he said it, he actually said that. Now, he may have said this before. I don't think this is his first time saying something about the Iron Dome, a system similar to the Iron Dome. Now, the apostles going into that there, behold, that people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thine enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. Meaning the defenses. Wide open. Let's look up wide open. You got Pathak. To be loose, to be thrown open. Open. Alright, wide. Appear, break forth. Yeah, the destruction. The fire gonna come in. There's nothing that Babylon America can do about it.
And thy land shall be set wide open. So it's talking about two places. One place is going to be utterly destroyed but built back up. Another place is going to be utterly destroyed and become the world's biggest desert. 5,000 square mile desert. Unto thine enemies, the fire shall devour thy bars. So that's what I named it. Bars also, when you want nobody to come inside of your, where you dwell at, you have gated communities. Esau that has money, they have communities where they have a gate there, and they have a guard, and he's usually like a police officer. What do you call it? What do you call it? Not moonshining. I forget the word. But moon is in the word. That means you got a little side job as a security, but you're an actual cop. Moonlighting. Because I had deliveries to certain parts of gated villages, and they're Edomites with good money, nice houses, and you go to the front and there's a gate there, and there's a security guy, but the guy's actually a cop, and he says, "What are you here for?" "I'm here to deliver a package to Mr. Smith." He'll call Mr. Smith. "Are you expecting a package, Mr. Smith?" He said, "Yeah." "From what company?" "XYZ company." "Yep, that's him. I'm gonna let him through." So he lets me through. I drop the package off. Jake doesn't have gated communities unless you are doctors and lawyers and politicians. So the land of Yasha is like a gated community, but the gates are the missile defense system. Same thing with America. America's gates, bars are the nuclear defense system, which they're going to malfunction.
Yeah, because these two lands, they're the only lands that's going to be completely devoured by fire. That's why the apostle mentioned both lands, and not just one or the other. Fire to devour. We got Akala, to devour, the burn up, feed, slay with the sword, eat, devour, beast or birds, to be eaten, to devour, consume, to destroy, inanimate, not alive. He had to unalive someone, a whole, everything. All right. So Babylon, America, the Levant area over there, where the Khazars and Edomites and some of our people dwell in different nations, that land is going to be completely consumed with fire. All right. Because you had, different classifications of Edomites. Not all of them were Khazars. But if they got grouped in and they were Edomites, then they got grouped in with the Edomites taking the land of Israel. All right, let's finish the apostles' video off.
Function. It says, draw thee waters for the siege, fortify thy strongholds, go into clay, and tread the mortar, make strong the bricklands. You can look these words up, which I'm not going to do, but build up your defenses. That's what it means in a nutshell. There shall the fire devour thee. Ultimately, the fire is the ICBM missile systems, is the hypersonic, the various missile systems that certain countries possess. The sword shall cut thee off. The sword is a missile. It represents a missile. It shall eat thee up like the cankerworm. Make thyself many as a cankerworm. Make thyself many as a locust. So let me look up the word cankerworm. Locust is also mentioned in John saw the fighter planes, the dog fighters in World War I, and he called them locusts. Let me look up the word cankerworm. Yalak, young locust, early stage of development, caterpillars as devouring. So another word for the cankerworm is also the caterpillar. So if you look up the word caterpillar, Joel 1 verse 4. Caterpillar. And the word there is kasayal. Kasayal. And it goes back to the word locust. If you have crop, your biggest enemy to the crop is locusts, and they eat fast. So these missiles are going to be like locusts, as John saw in Revelation chapter 9. So anyway, I said I was going to make this short. So watch this video. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description box. Remember, it's Open-Minded Thinker Show. Just now, this was put up 21 minutes ago. Just now, again, Iron Dome collapse in Israel. Hezbollah rockets cause devastation. It says in Nahum 3 that they're going to look for strength. They're going to look for helpers. And the helpers are Babylon the Great, which unknowingly the least of the flock shall draw them out. They're the ones that's going to lead them into this, the war of Armageddon. Anyway, with that, Shalom.
I said the apostle did remember to put it in the description box here. I mean, he's a main teachers. So I mean, I don't. He's easy to find. Yeah, right there. Elders in Transit 3. All right. So yeah, so he actually said that. I heard him say this on the X. I listened to the entire discussion. It says one thing we're going to do is we're going to build an Iron Dome over us. You know Israel has it. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. We're going to have the best Iron Dome in the world. Trump said we need it, and we're going to make it all in the U.S. We're going to have protection because it just takes one maniac to start something. Yeah, so yeah, I do remember him saying this first part. I'm sure he said the whole thing though. They're quoting him in quotes. All right, so this is from the Gazette, maybe out of the Denver Gazette. So, according to Nahum, according to prophecy, there is no defense against those nuclear fire. They're gonna stop to a certain percentage. I heard 90%, maybe lower, of incoming missiles. But if you get overwhelmed with regular size missiles or regular yield missiles, the Iron Dome or similar systems won't be able to stop it. Now the fire is coming to America and to the land of Israel is going to be nuclear fire with hypersonic delivery systems, propulsion systems, hypersonic propulsion systems. So that's what's going to be shot. It won't be stopped. And even if they didn't have those propulsion systems, they won't be stopped because that's the Lord's army. Pursuing what Joel. All right, they shall not break their rank. All right. So Nahum 3 and 13. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thine enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars, which is the defense. So there's no defense for the state of Israel, the Edomites in Israel, all of the mingled people dwelling in the land of Israel, that area. There's no defense system for that nuclear fire. And the people that are in America, Babylon, America, there's no defense against the nuclear fire. All right. You intercept it. Well, we're going to intercept it 40 miles out. Because if you blow it up, if you blow a nuclear missile up, it's not going to make it inert. It's going to go off. All right, an ICBM. You can't block an ICBM. All right. So there's no defense for both lands. They're both going to be completely incinerated. So I hope you edified. Shalom.